concerning it's a letter from Thomas Vaughan concerning the absolute skillful presentation concerning those benighted people at taking the foundation of our night. Sir Francis, now what? Best regards, Thomas Vaughan. He was the director of the Oregon Historical Society for 35 years. Tom believes that Drake was in Nehalem Bay. Read my book, Francis Drake in Nehalem Bay, 3 times. My daughter's wedding. A collection of pipes that I've had for some time. This is my bookcase. The ones I've written, the ones I've read, all of them, of course. And as I was mentioning, this is my office. This is the plate of brass, or lead plate. and a letter from the Interior Department to Melissa Darby saying, you let us know when your book is published and we'll take a look at it, how many reviews you have, as far as whether we want to consider it as part of the best case at Point Reyes instead of the best case of Point Reyes in Drakes Bay. If you notice here, this is a picture of me when I ran for Justice of the Peace back in about 2000 in Tillamook County. And a few other. That is a muskrat hat. Because that's what Drake found here, was muskrats. It wasn't just beavers or sea otters or land otters, as I once previously had thought. I could have turned on some lights here so we could have seen these books. Of course, I have all the ones that the Navigators Guild and other Drake people wrote. They're down at the bottom shelf down there, where they belong. And that's pretty much the tour of my humble little library where I've written all of my books and continue to write and edit one more book. I think I mentioned that, but I want to make sure. I've been working on that, and that book is actually, hard copy is finished as far as the manuscript. All I have to do is correct it now, because I like working with hard copies. And of course, that's the Hondius map, or excuse me, right map of the Western Hemisphere that I did in 1600. The 1599 version did not have the cartouche in the center down there. And I think probably it would be, it's an article I intended to send to the Mariner's Mirror that was turned down, but I am working on some other stuff to add to it. This, by the way, is a map that Wayne Gitzen did and Don Viles did back in 1981, showing the Drake survey. We're getting a lot of reflection there, I realize that. And then there's one other map that I'd like to show very quickly, and that's the one that's in here. This is the one they did in 1971 that they believed was, originally they didn't know whether it was Spanish or English survey, and then finally they figured out that it was an English survey, so they crossed off the word Spanish. And there was also another spot down here where they were doing the same sort of thing. And so that's a quick tour of what I write and where I write and some of the few things I have sitting around. So enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this little tour.